mean some of these get cut shorter. That might mean some of them get cut down to the bone. But it's going to be a nice flat cut because it's just a horizontal saw blade coming through and going right across. So now you look at this and you say, oh, holy crap, there's way too many shoots on this. What do I do? A lot of the times after the hedging, people will come through and actually prune it properly, which I hope is the case in most situations, which means removing all this old tissue like this. That means cutting it back some, saying, well, what's my canopy going to be like next year? Can you call this a canopy? I don't know. There's nothing to support these shoots when they're growing up. So that means that, like over there, when they weep over, they do that here much faster. And if they do that here much faster, that means you're topping them much faster. You're cutting off the tops of them much quicker than you would anything else. And that means you're getting more lateral growth quicker. So you end up with this really huge canopy like this that's very short. It looks like it's something you would see at an English garden. And then you have the fruit just hanging right here. That's the point of this system. The point is that you don't have to go through and do that much canopy management. The problem with it is that because you don't do that much canopy management, you get a lot of blockage of airflow and light, and you get a lot of fungal pathogens and a lot of insects that like to live in this upper part. So if you can tolerate that, that's fine. But as you can see, there's old spurs here that are 4 inches long, 3-4 inches long, that nobody ever cut back to 2-bud spurs. They just cut them back to this. And that's where we're at. These are very easy to overcome. It's very easy to have too much crop on this because look how many buds there are here, right? Even if we were to hedge this back very low, if we were to cut this way down, you'd still have too many buds, no matter what. So you can see the clusters here are very small. All of the clusters that are left on this vine after the machine pruning, they're all very small, and that's part of what you get with this.
So you don't come through and drop fruit then?
No, you don't do anything with these. I don't, like I said, I don't like this system. I don't think it's a good system. I don't think it's physiologically correct for a grapevine to do it this way, but it is easy to do, and it is like cost effective. So you can have a machine come through and do most of the things. You only have to pay one person to come through and prune everything if they're skilled labor and they can drive the pruner around. And then when you harvest, you just pay someone else to come through with a bow rod or a shaker and hit the vine, and then all the fruit comes off and falls down and then ends up in a bin in a truck somewhere driving along the way. That's the appeal here. You don't have to do all the fun stuff we did over there. I like that stuff. I think it's, part of being a viticulturalist and growing grapes is knowing how to do the trellising correctly, the thinning correctly, the leaf removal correctly. All of that is what you do over there. I like that.